Okay, well, welcome to Atlantis episode 15,
Yay! Yay! Welcome.
where it's apparently a jubilee,
Yep,
which means shiny purple pants for Fallaron.
exactly.
Yeah. I still don't have any armor because I destroyed it all in the last episode, if you recall. So I'm armorless.
My armor is still partially damaged from the phantom skeleton I had to face.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So how is your net connection now? Is it better?
Well, you guys are both moving at normal speed, so that's good.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. Right. So what's our plans for today?
I was going to get started on the sorting system, which
Right.
I think will go into the Dome 2B or whatever we're calling that one.
Oh yeah, sure. You can use it for that.
Okay. So what are we going to do about this arena then?
The arena we may need another dome for, Fallaron. Of course, I have to point you out for that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the Dome Master. Also, we'll need an underwater house. So I presume we're going to adapt the ship into the underwater hotel. That seems to be the natural thing to do.
The ship should definitely be the hotel. We can have a rail system going over to it, and maybe we can turn either the temple or somewhere in the village into the underwater house.
I'm, to be honest, quite happy to build an underwater house.
Just as written, like from scratch.
Just as it is, yeah. Just use the materials and get on with it.
All right.
So I guess that's what we're going to do.
You want to build it outside one of these doors here?
That would be the plan.
Very good.
Okay, so Fallaron, what are you doing for this episode?
I was thinking of starting to dig a tunnel over to the temple. Actually, I'll go check that. I'll check out the place there.
Okay.
Wait over there and probably dig it back. Actually, not over there.
Okay, so viewers, if you want to decide which of our channels to watch now,
You can only watch one.
I'm going to be doing redstone work, Darzzr is going to be building a house, and for the podcast version, you can watch Fallaron.
Yes, exactly. Well, building a dome.
I've picked up these leaves
exactly
incidentally so that I
much more
can
interesting.
clear some space in the water.
So
Do you know,
you're moving
for
the sorting
old time's
system
sake,
up.
I'm going to be using netherrack to build this house.
Very good, very good.
Very good.
Yay! Soap dispenser time.
You're moving the
Well, I'm
sorting
not going to build
system
a whole
upstairs,
soap
right?
system.
Yes.
All right. Does the train station have to be under the dome as well?
I don't think we can... Well,
No,
we
I
definitely
believe it
can't
only
build
has
the
to be
entire rail
underwater.
system. Though.
I don't think it has to actually be in a dome.
All right. So I'm gonna.
So if you can
Train station.
manage to make an open roofed rail station underwater, that would be pretty cool. Be a pain to get through customs there, but be cool.
Yeah, and the rails would constantly wash away.
Depends how you build it, really.
I don't know.
It is possible to have underwater rails.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
That's not necessarily... Many things in Minecraft are not a good idea.
Yeah, of course, the first thing that I've immediately forgotten is the whole breathing question. I need to
Again?
make sure I have some means of breathing.
That is a problem.
Yeah, we still need to... I don't think I've ever seen, like, respiration come out of this enchanting table.
It's probably been disabled just to be annoying. Not that you can do that on a map like this, but
On vanilla, anyways. Yep, protection 1. There we go.
so what's been going on lately? I believe you got some fan art. Are we going to mention this?
Yeah, we got some fan art from a guy by the name of Darzzr Ducky, which is their Minecraft name, not their YouTube name. I'm gonna put that on the. I'm just going to put that on the screen, and people can make of it what they will, because I'm not entirely certain.
What you're
Now,
making of it?
He sent me the link, and I have deliberately not looked at it until this recording, so I have absolutely no idea what it's going to look like.
So
Prepare to be somethinged.
you're gonna look at it
I'm
now, then.
somethinged all the time. Oh dear, down to half a heart. Let me go into this safe
That's quite a
doorway,
reaction
and
to it,
I
then.
will at this point have a quick look at the fan art. Hang on, I'm looking at the fan art.
That's what I thought.
Really is lying, and I particularly enjoy the mushroom because nobody's actually come up with a way to make that mushroom grow, but I'm glad it's been depicted. Yeah, that's
I'm sure
definitely
there are
lying.
ways.
What is that you're actually drinking? Is that a chicken you're drinking?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's a potion, but I'm really not certain.
It's a potion. I think it's a potion.
Speed potion.
I presume that's meant to be you lying, given the very accurate representation of your real life clothing.
It's blue. That more or less works. Yeah.
So it's a Finnish swastika.
It's also a more domey dome than we have.
Yeah, I think that's very good.
Yeah,
and
so
I think
thank
you
you.
should feel very, very proud.
So thank you, Rubber Ducky, for that one. And once again, if anyone has any fan art, feel free to send it in to remembercomic@gmail.com.
And yes, don't forget I die quite a lot. That's
so that needs to be depicted.
Just so you know, though, there doesn't have to be a swastika on it for it to be shown.
No, it doesn't. In fact,
ideally avoid it.
By and large, yeah, we prefer the ones without the swastikas, but
not because we're prejudiced against Nazis, but no, actually because exactly we are prejudiced against Nazis.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
don't go down that hole again.
Just don't.
Never bring up that topic around lying. You know, he just digs and digs and digs. Right.
You should mention that. That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Well, there you go.
If anyone finds some sand, that would be awesome.
I wonder where we could find some sand.
Alright, train station is built.
Really?
That was fast.
Yeah.
I don't
even one
think
episode
is
yet.
that a proper train station with proper trains?
Yeah.
Where am I looking for this?
Right here.
Where?
I know I'm going to have to build...
Where is right here?
Right where I am.
That doesn't help, Mr. Disembodied Voice.
Outside, dome number 1. It's like in television. See, this is the train station.
Oh, I see. See, there seems to be a distinct lack of trains.
Yeah, well, they're not in all the time. Sometimes they have to go places.
Yep. There seems to be a distinct lack of rail tracks as well.
Oh yeah,
it's British rail.
It's British rail. They have no rail tracks.
As someone from Darlington, home of the trains, I think I'm obligated to say you're all being very mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm just
not
saying.
Really, no.
I'm just a tourist.
As someone who spent far too long actually trying to travel on trains in Britain, I don't think it is particularly mean to say that A, there aren't enough of them, and B, the ones that are there are either dirty or they are run in such a way that you just want to punch somebody.
Alright, that sounds like good trains.
Sounds like you've been on the wrong kinds of trains to me.
What trains do you go on then?
Clean ones.
Well, usually. Fairly good quality ones, I'd say.
Are you sponsored by Darlington
better than you're describing, at least.
Oh, is this a sponsored message?
No, no, it isn't.
Sponsored content from Lying in Bedmon. The
Bedmon Inc. train service.
Yep.
Yes. I have no overall plan for the shape of this house. I'm simply going where the netherrack leads me. This is a strategy.
So hell, basically.
That's always helped you out.
It's always worked for me. It's always worked for me.
Well, whatever works, I suppose. Technically,
and
sort of
I really should have got some shears. It's shears you use to get the leaves back, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
I'll go and get
very quickly. Faster than most things in creative mode, I think. And there's the quartz.
Let me just check.
Needing that a bit.
Haven't.
Which is fast if you think about it.
If I think about it, I
Yeah.
think that's fast by rate.
Faster than creative mode is very fast.
Oh, hello, Slimy. Die, Slimy.
That's no way to talk about Fallaron. Well, I suppose it is, but yeah. Don't talk about Fallaron as calling him just Mr. Slimy.
Yep.
No, that would be Growloff's pet, wouldn't it? Squiggy.
Squeaky.
Well, if memory serves, he died to falling damage.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Fallaron is Growl's pet?
I think by now he has had like 5 or 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
And you're the latest one.
No, it's been a while.
Do we not have any iron anymore?
We do. How much do you need?
I just want to make shears.
There are shears in the chest in the farming
in the-
district.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. How else do you get from? How else do you get wool from sheep?
Well, that's true, but I didn't realise that you'd actually put shears there.
Convenient location, I'd say. Yep. 194 of 238.
Is that the price?
I hope not.
194, 248.
But that is a good question. Do we not have iron anymore?
No, we have iron. It's just I'm carrying most of it.
Uh-huh.
'Cause
right.
I'm going to need it for Hulpers.
That's Bedmon ink iron, isn't it? It's a bit like Reeves and Mortimer iron, isn't it?
A little bit. At least it's not stainless steel. Although steel would be very handy around here.
Yeah, with all the water. That would really work well.
Steel doesn't rust, for those who are wondering how that's relevant.
Well, it rusts slowly, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose strictly speaking everything rusts, but it's just a matter of how quick.
Isn't it the basic principle? Now this is where I'm gonna stick my neck out here. Isn't the principle of stainless steel being that it uses a sacrificial metal to corrode first?
Basically, it's a little more complex than my knowledge of chemistry allows for. But the way that rust essentially is metals being binding with the oxygen in the air, which is extremely reactive, and therefore it becomes something else. Whether that then means that it's going to change into a new material, or at least a material that becomes detrimental to the object, is something I'm not entirely certain of.
Well,
But
I read
oxygen is one
about
of the
this.
oxygen is
and
one of the most reactive
It is.
materials in the
It
world.
is.
So.
But if you take a metal which, say, reacts with oxygen at a certain rate, and you put it next... Shut up. And if you put it next
laughing
to...
about?
We're actually talking about science for once.
You guys are doing great.
And if you put it, connect it to a metal that reacts with oxygen at a faster rate, then the oxygen will preferentially react with the one that reacts with at a faster rate. It's because it actually creates like a flow of electrons to there, and they actually use this to stop pipes corroding. But that's basically, I believe, the way stainless steel works. That you take the steel and then you create an alloy with a sacrificial metal already in it, so that the steel doesn't actually corrode.
I think I just made one of the most tremendously elemental errors one... Goodbye, Darzzr. One of the most tremendously elemental errors one could possibly make when building a storage system.
You forgot to put any chests in it.
I didn't bring any chests, no.
Well, that doesn't seem to be an enormous problem. You just go and get some, can't you?
I now just stood in a 3-block deep hole with no chests. And my inventory is full to boot.
There we go. Right, let me sort myself out. We're making a pig's ear of this, aren't we? One way or another.
Do the pigs even have ears?
Pigs have, of course, they have ears. How do you think?
Well, no,
I
was thinking our pigs. They
when
have
you train
snouts,
a pig,
and they have pixely ears, but that's about the extent of it.
You put lipstick on it.
Yeah, now that's something that I think most people can get behind.
We have clay, and we do happen to have some rose red dye, so we could try making lipstick.
Right, well then we can achieve Fallaron's optional challenge of putting makeup on a pig.
Mm-hmm. Still a pig, though.
Well, yeah, I mean that it wouldn't dilute your pleasure.
Isn't that the Sarah Palin thing? That they said if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
I'm pretty sure that phrase predates Sarah Palin.
Yeah, but
yes,
it's the one they used in that context, but I think he was actually talking about something.
I think wasn't it something like? I don't think it was lipstick on a pig. I think it was lipstick on a pit bull or something like that.
Oh.
As the word phrase that she used. I'm not sure about this, but I think that I don't think it was pig.
We're avoiding saying a lot of things today, aren't we?
What? Well,
What are we avoiding?
Well, but we're being careful with what we say.
Well,
Darzzr and I at least.
Yeah.
I haven't been talking about the Reich or the Führer.
You have. You most certainly have.
Only in relation to the fan art we received.
Yeah, and then you started saying about how great it was, and that you thought.
You even showed some fake made-up fan art that you draw.
I can tell you that was definitely not my fan art.
No, I can tell.
No, you don't draw as well as that. But
Oi. I'm not trying to take that.
actually, yeah, I did forget actually that you are a sort of an artist. You are.
A sort of an artist.
I was just thinking of the two Ronnies. They did that sketch. So I won't go into all the details of that one, but it just is a bit where Ronnie Corbett describes someone saying he's a sort of an artist. I don't know.
You're more than sort of an artist. Don't worry.
Up to 5 years, I'd hope so. Going on 6 at this one, actually.
Do not worry. It's all good.
You're 6 now, are you?
My webcomic is.
You actually have a web?
6 years.
Yeah.
You've never seen this webcomic?
How have you not heard of this?
Because we've only known you because you contacted us to be in your Ways to Die in Tech It video. You never. I don't think you ever at any point said that you had a webcomic.
Sure. You realise my channel is called Remember Comics, right?
Yeah, I just thought that was because you were into comics.
Yeah, that is actually a good reason.
Fair point there, actually. Granted.
But yeah.
Well, yes, if you go to remembercomic.co.uk, I have a webcomic that has been running since November of 2007.
And what's it about?
Good question. If I had to put a spin on it, I'd say.
Does Hitler appear in it?
No, he does not. Nor does any character remotely like him.
Does Fallaron appear in it?
No.
No,
Yeah,
because I didn't know Fallaron when I started.
So, okay, so imagine, just for the sake of argument, that you're dealing with someone who's never heard of this webcomic before. How would you describe it? What is your sales pitch?
It is a fantasy webcomic in the style of Order of the Stick, but it mostly deals with much more mature themes as well as much more complex art.
Right. Now, imagine, just for the sake of argument, you're dealing with someone who's never heard of Order of the Stick. What is that about?
You're doing this very well,
Darzzr. Go on forever.
Order of the Stick was a... Well, I suppose it technically still is. It's still technically running. Was a Dungeons and Dragons webcomic, which ran with a stick figure style, which was unique to it in that it had bodies and faces and such, and it also dealt with similarly mature themes, but
Right.
mine tends to deal with it.
Now, assuming, for the sake of argument, dealing with someone who's never heard of Dungeons and Dragons before.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, then you're now officially living under a rock.
Who's never heard of Dungeons and Dragons? Well, yeah, there might be people.
Alternate universe Darzzr apparently hasn't heard of Dungeons and
No,
Dragons.
keep going. What's
We
Dungeons
talked
and
about it
Dragons
before in here.
I'm sure we've talked about it before in here.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I think it came up.
I'd be surprised if we hadn't.
Yeah, well, his name is Remember Dungeons and Dragons.
No, it isn't.
Well, what is it then?
Well, my name is Lying in Bedmon.
It's amazing that is your actual legal name now.
It may as well be, but no. I do actually respond a lot better these days to lying than anything else.
That must make it very interesting to deal with the police.
Little bit. Fortunately, I
You
don't
want
encounter
stepping
them
out of
very
the car,
often.
Mr. Embedmon.
Oh sure, just call me Lying.
He's a liar.
Are you trying to be funny, sir?
I can imagine it now.
Only on camera,
This is what
sir.
I always think of when celebrities give their children funny names, and it's not they've got to go through their whole life having the piss taken out of them because of it. It's simply there's going to come a point when they're stopped by the police and have to give their name, and it's going to cause endless trouble.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly.
And I don't. Oh dear. That said, the royal baby name, George Alexander Louis, pretty boring.
That's pretty much
It's
as
exactly
yeah,
as
that's
everything
fairly boring. That's
predicted.
about as English and like standard
It
name as you can
is.
get.
I wanted for once. Normally, I'm a big proponent of standard names. Not coming up with silly names. Says the guy that calls himself Darzzr. But if you're going to name a baby, I generally would say go with a good tried and tested name. Don't put your kid through needless hassle or embarrassment just because you want to be different. On the other hand, if you're a royal, I think you have a certain obligation to set a trend. And what would have been so wrong with King Darzzr, for instance? I think they should have. I mean, they could have named the baby after me.
King Darzzr. Of all the things you could possibly think to say, you went with King Darzzr.
I don't think anything's wrong with that at all. I think that would be an excellent name for a royal baby. I mean, even like Bedmont.
So you wanted to be a trendsetter for the,
I think
for
I
the
am.
royalties.
I've got a YouTube
There
channel
you are.
with Minecraft on it, which I think before any of the royals have.
Fortunately, although they would get a lot of hits very quickly.
I'd like to
if they
see
start
them on
doing
Minecraft.
videos.
Actually, that'd be quite fun.
With the colonists. So, zombies are shut up. Shut
You
up
said
the
zombies?
zombies.
I don't know what these zombies are that he's talking about.
Hooray!
Assume for a minute that you're talking to someone who's never heard of zombies before.
Okay, we're going into another
Well,
living under a
actually,
rock
I'm
kind of
probably not the
scenario
right
there.
person to explain what zombies are to you, because I'm not one of the people who knows a lot about zombies, except they're dead and they want to kill me.
No, they're not actually dead.
Well,
Ah, you see,
They're
now
undead.
you're learning stuff, aren't you,
See?
fella? See, this is why it's good to bring up these questions. Fallaron thought that they were actually dead, but they're not. And as Alan Partridge... Oh, we got that Alan Partridge
Yeah,
film.
although I believe,
So-
I believe we
Alpha
may have
Papa
to
yet?
wait until...
They won't have done because it hasn't come out yet. Time of recording. I don't know,
yeah,
you
that's
might have been on the
kind of a
production
silly
team or
question there.
Maybe you did some comics for it.
Although we may have to wait until the next
Oh, yeah,
episode to
let's do that.
explain exactly what that is.
cliffhanger. That's totally cool.
Oh, is it an episode already?
Okay, so,
Yeah.
Wow.
yep,
Yeah,
so...
you've been talking our
Yes,
ear
yes,
off,
yes,
and
remarkably.
there's a new episode.
Oh, we've got zombies.
Okay, so I
Yes.
have
Well, I
dug a
have a
hole and I'm
shaper,
filling it with chests at the
made of
moment.
netherrack,
So I'll link
it
these all up
is
to like...
gradually growing, and I will be turning it into a house.
And I'm digging a tunnel. And will be for the next few episodes, so go watch the
and
other
I'll
two
catch you
guys.
Next time.
Alright.
Continue the podcast.
Good.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favorite. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now. Catch you later.